What would happen if the Stanley Cup playoffs started today? Well, let's talk about it. What is up, everybody? What is up, everybody? And welcome back to another Joshua Casey Studio Sports video. In today's video, I will be giving you guys my personal predictions on what would happen if the Stanley Cup playoffs started today. And I will also be giving you guys my dad's predictions as well as my brother Preston's. So, let's roll on in to today's video. Before I go on ahead and give you guys my predictions as well as my brother's and my dad's, here are the current matchups if the playoffs were to begin today. So we have the Colorado Avalanche and LA Kings, the Dallas Stars and Minnesota Wild, the Anaheim Ducks and Utah Mammoth, the Edmonton Oilers and Vegas Golden Knights, the Buffalo Sabres and Boston Bruins, the Tampa Bay Lightning and Montreal Canadiens, the Carolina Hurricanes and Detroit Red Wings, and last but not least, the Pittsburgh Penguins and Columbus Blue Jackets. First off, I'm looking forward to the playoffs already. So, I'm going to give you guys my brother's predictions first. In round one, my brother has the Los Angeles Kings, Dallas Stars, Utah Mammoth, Edmonton Oilers, Boston Bruins, Tampa Bay Lightning, Detroit Red Wings, and the Pittsburgh Penguins going on to the second round. Now in the second round, my brother has the Dallas Stars, Utah Mammoth, Tampa Bay Lightning, and Detroit Red Wings going to the conference final. In the conference finals, my brother has Dallas winning the Western Conference Final and Tampa Bay winning the Eastern Conference Final. And we have ourselves a 2020 Stanley Cup Final rematch. Now, my brother equally likes both teams, so he really couldn't predict which one he would want to win the cup this year. Those were my brother's predictions. Now it's time for my dad's. He has the Colorado Avalanche, Dallas Stars, Anaheim Ducks, Edmonton Oilers, Boston Bruins, the Tampa Bay Lightning, Detroit Red Wings, and Pittsburgh Penguins going on to the second round. In round two, my dad has Colorado, Anaheim, Tampa Bay, and Detroit going to the conference finals. In the conference finals, my dad has Anaheim winning the Western Conference and Tampa Bay winning the Eastern Conference. In the Stanley Cup Final, my dad has Tampa Bay winning over the Anaheim Ducks. So those were my dad's and my brother's predictions for the Stanley Cup Final, or I should say the Stanley Cup playoffs, if they started today. I could actually start giving you guys my predictions right now, but what I'm going to do is actually get ready for bed because I'm recording this video at almost 5 in the morning. So I'll see you guys tomorrow afternoon. As promised, it is now the next evening. It's actually almost 5 o'clock by the time I'm recording this. So, time to give you guys my predictions. So the first matchup we have is the Colorado Avalanche versus the Los Angeles Kings. I'm not going to lie to you, but I've seen what the Kings have done before as the very bottom seed in the playoffs before. And what happened? They won the Stanley Cup in 2012. I don't know if the same thing could happen this year. So I'm going to have Colorado win in 6 games. Next up, we have the Dallas Stars and Minnesota Wild. I'm not going to lie, these two teams are going to put up a good matchup. But at the end of the day, Minnesota is going to surprise us and winning the series in 7 games. Anaheim and Utah. First off, Anaheim's back in the playoffs, and for the first time in franchise history, Utah is in a playoff spot. These two teams are going to go at each other like it's nothing. I'm going to put that out there now. Anaheim's going to put up a good fight. Utah's going to put up a good fight. But at the end of the series, it's going to go up to Game 7, where Anaheim takes it and goes on to the next round. Edmonton versus Vegas. I have a feeling in me these two teams have always met in the playoffs. It's just non-stop craziness in between these two teams. I'm pretty sure these two teams, like currently right now, do not like each other. But knowing the Edmonton Oilers, they're an amazing team, so I have them going on to the next round in 6 games. Next up, we got the Eastern Conference. We have the Buffalo Sabres versus Boston Bruins. First off, this is going to be a good matchup. I'm not going to lie about that. But at the end of the day, Buffalo's going to hold up well, winning this series within 5. the Tampa Bay Lightning and Montreal Canadiens. As you guys know, I am a Bolts fan. And, well, let's just say their past three playoffs, or past three playoff appearances, they've lost in the first round. 2023, lost against the Maple Leafs. 2024, lost against Florida. 2025, last year, lost against Florida. I'm going to say this now, but we're also going up against the Montreal Canadiens, who have been an amazing team this season. So I got Montreal moving on to the second round in 6 games. Carolina versus Detroit. This is going to be a good matchup. Seriously. You got the Carolina Hurricanes and you got the Detroit Red Wings. I'm going to be honest with you. Sorry. Detroit's going to hold up a good fight, as well as Carolina. But at the end of the day, Carolina will move on to the next round in 7 games. Last but not least, we have Pittsburgh and the Columbus Blue Jackets, who are back in the playoffs since 2020. And you know what? There's going to be an upset here. CBJ, Columbus Blue Jackets, will win, going on to the second round against the Pittsburgh Penguins in 6 games. By the way, and I'm just going to put this out there now, sorry for stumbling on my words in that last clip, but I'm going to do that a lot in today's video, so I thought I should mention that. Time for the round 2 predictions. In our first matchup, we have the Colorado Avalanche and Minnesota Wild. So here's what I predict happening. Colorado's going to hold up a good lead in the series, but what happens is that Minnesota's going to make a comeback, winning it within 7 games. Next matchup we have is the Anaheim Ducks and Edmonton Oilers. First off, I have a feeling in me this will be a good matchup. But what happens is Anaheim's going to pull up an upset, or pull off an upset against Edmonton, winning the series within 5 games. Next matchup we have is the Buffalo Sabres and Montreal Canadiens. Both teams are going to put up a good fight, but at the end of the day, for the first time in a really long time, Buffalo will be back in the Eastern Conference Final within 6 games. Next matchup we have is the Carolina Hurricanes and Columbus Blue Jackets. Both teams are going to put up a really good fight, but I have Columbus going on to the Eastern Conference Final for the first time ever. Time for the conference finals predictions. In the Western Conference Final, we have ourselves a 2003 rematch in between the Minnesota Wild and Anaheim Ducks. What's going to happen? Minnesota is going to win the series within 6 games. The Eastern Conference Final, we have the Buffalo Sabres and Columbus Blue Jackets. Both teams have done so well so far in the playoffs. What's going to happen? Columbus is going to pull off an upset over the Buffalo Sabres, winning the series within 4 games. And last but not least, the Stanley Cup final prediction. We got the Minnesota Wild and Columbus Blue Jackets. Both teams are fighting for the first ever Stanley Cup final in franchise history. Who do I think is going to win it? Well, first off, Minnesota is going to put up a good fight. Columbus is going to put up a good fight. They are fighting for their first ever Stanley Cup final ever, by the way. This series will go on to Game 7. In Game 7, the game is tied. Goes into overtime. First overtime is done. Overtime 2, what happens? Minnesota wins the game. And for the first time in franchise history, the Minnesota Wild are Stanley Cup champions. So I just want to put this out there right now. But this is just a prediction of what would happen if the Stanley Cup playoffs started today. We are currently a month away from the Stanley Cup playoffs, and anything can change. Any of the matchups can change. You never know what can happen. So I just want to put this out there now. I hope you guys enjoyed watching today's video. If you did, go on ahead and smash the like button. If you are new here, go on ahead and click subscribe. And if you want to stay notified or updated with upcoming posts, click that notification bell too. That'll mean a lot. And if you want to go on ahead and click subscribe, my YouTube icon will be on the screen right there. And if you want to see my recent video, click right here. You guys are awesome. You guys rock. See you in the next video. Bye, guys. Joshua out.